Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly accumulate wealth while others struggle to make ends meet? The secret might be hiding in plain sight. Today, we're diving deep into the world of hidden habits and subtle money moves that quietly make people rich. These aren't flashy get-rich-quick schemes, but rather powerful strategies that work silently in the background, building wealth over time. Stick around, because in the next 10 minutes, you'll discover how small changes in your financial habits can lead to massive results. Let's start with the power of hidden habits. You see, it's not always the big, obvious actions that make the most difference in our lives. Often, it's the small, consistent behaviors that we barely notice that have the biggest impact on our financial future. Think about it. Do you know exactly where every dollar you spend goes? Most people don't, and that's where the power of hidden habits comes into play. One of the most effective hidden habits of the wealthy is automated wealth building. This isn't about setting up a complicated system or spending hours managing your money. It's about making smart financial decisions automatic. Imagine if every time you got paid, a portion of your income automatically went into investments or savings, before you even had a chance to spend it. That's the beauty of automation. It takes the willpower out of the equation and makes saving and investing a default action, rather than an afterthought. But here's where many people go wrong. They focus on saving money in a traditional savings account. While that's better than not saving at all, it's not the most effective way to build wealth. The truly savvy move is to automate your investments. Set up regular contributions to a diversified portfolio of low-cost index funds or ETFs. Over time, the power of compound interest will work its magic, and you'll be amazed at how your wealth grows without you having to lift a finger. Now, let's talk about a mindset shift that can dramatically impact your financial future: buying assets instead of status. In our social media-driven world, it's easy to fall into the trap of trying to keep up with the Joneses. We see our friends and influencers flaunting designer clothes, luxury cars, and exotic vacations, and we feel the pressure to do the same. But here's the truth. Most of these status symbols are liabilities, not assets. They depreciate in value and drain your wealth over time. The wealthy, on the other hand, focus on acquiring assets, things that put money in your pocket rather than take it out. This could be rental properties that generate passive income, stocks that pay dividends, or even a side business that creates an additional revenue stream. The key is to shift your mindset from consuming to producing, from spending to investing. Let's use a simple example to illustrate this point. Imagine you have $10,000 to spend. You could buy a designer watch that might impress your friends for a while, but will likely lose value over time. Or you could invest that money in a diversified stock portfolio. But here's the catch. This strategy requires patience and delayed gratification. And that brings us to our next wealth-building secret: the power of delayed gratification in a world of instant everything. The ability to delay immediate pleasure for long-term gain is a superpower. It's the difference between buying the latest smartphone on credit and saving up to buy it outright. It's choosing to invest in your retirement fund instead of splurging on a luxury vacation. The famous marshmallow experiment conducted at Stanford University in the 1970s perfectly illustrates this concept. Children were given a choice: eat one marshmallow now or wait 15 minutes and get 2 marshmallows. The researchers then followed these children into adulthood and found that those who were able to delay gratification tended to have better life outcomes, including higher SAT scores, lower levels of substance abuse, and better social skills. The same principle applies to personal finance. Those who can resist the urge for immediate gratification and instead focus on long-term financial goals tend to accumulate more wealth over time. It's not always easy, but the rewards are substantial. Now, let's tie all of these concepts together with what I like to call the wealth multiplier movement. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme or a secret society. It's a mindset and a set of habits that, when consistently applied, can dramatically accelerate your wealth-building journey. The wealth multiplier movement is about leveraging the power of compound interest, automated investing, asset acquisition, and delayed gratification to create a snowball effect with your money. It starts small. Maybe you begin by automatically investing just 1% of your income, but over time, as you see your wealth grow, you increase that percentage. You start looking for ways to acquire income-producing assets. You become more mindful of your spending, choosing to delay gratification on purchases that don't align with your long-term financial goals. As you continue on this path, something magical happens. Your wealth doesn't just grow, it multiplies. The interest you earn starts earning interest. The passive income from your assets allows you to invest even more. The money you save by delaying gratification compounds over time. It's like a financial snowball rolling downhill, gathering more snow and momentum as it goes. But here's the thing, this movement isn't flashy. It doesn't promise overnight riches or instant success. It's quiet, consistent, and often invisible to others. That's why it's so powerful, while others are chasing quick wins and showing off their latest purchases. You're quietly building a solid financial foundation that will support you for years to come. So, how can you start applying these principles in your own life? Start small. Set up an automatic transfer of even just $50 a month into an investment account. Look for one small expense. You can cut and redirect that money towards building wealth. When you're tempted to make a large purchase, give yourself a 30-day cooling-off period to really consider if it aligns with your long-term financial goals. Remember, building wealth isn't about making dramatic changes overnight. It's about making small, consistent choices that compound over time. It's about developing hidden habits that work for you in the background. It's about choosing assets over status symbols and being willing to delay gratification for greater future rewards. In conclusion, the path to wealth isn't always obvious or exciting. It's often quiet, hidden, and requires patience. But by embracing the power of hidden habits, automated wealth building, buying assets instead of status, practicing delayed gratification, and joining the wealth multiplier movement, you can set yourself on a path to financial success that many only dream of. So, what will your first step be? Will you set up that automatic investment today? Will you start looking for your first income-producing asset? Or will you simply take a moment to reflect on your spending habits and identify areas where you can practice delayed gratification? Whatever you choose, remember that every small step counts. Your future wealthy self will thank you for the quiet money moves you make today.